Good morning, Flight Simmers. It's Jason from Shady Valley Software again with a quick video about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and how to bind new keys to your keyboard setup. So yesterday I did a video about switching your keyboard bindings back to the 2020 presets, which a lot of people were looking to do. When you do that, however, there is one caveat, and everything works fine. However, some of the new modes, for example, the walk-around mode, you won't have the keyboard bindings for that because that mode didn't exist in 2020. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through the same thing we did yesterday in the video. We're going to switch our keyboard presets to 2020, and then we're going to add the bindings in for the movement in walk-around mode and the keyboard to switch to walk-around mode and back into the cockpit. So real quick, we'll do that. It won't take long. So the first thing we're going to do, the same thing as yesterday, is we're going to go to our settings, controls, and then we're going to click on keyboard. And then down here, we're going to switch to 2020, which is going to give us our 2020 presets for the Cirrus Vision Jet. But then we need to add in some additional keyboards that got unmapped when we did that, because particularly around the walk-around mode, like I said, that mode didn't exist in 2020, so we're going to have to add it in. So under the player character section on movement, it's very simple. Here's our movements. You can see they're not mapped, and so what we need to do, it's very simple. We're going to map the standard ASWD keys for arrow key movement. So the A key is going to be mapped to strife left. So all we have to do is just click on it. It starts scanning, and then hit your A key. And what it's telling you here is that, hey, you're changing the default mapping. You need to create your own. So it's going to take all the presets from 2020, and now it's going to add mine in. So we're just going to give it a name. Jason 2020, and you could apply it to all aircraft. You could set it as a default here. I'm not going to do that because I'm not quite sure how I want to have my setup going forward. So I'm just going to create a new mapping. Click OK. And you can see over here in the keyboard presets now, it's now Jason 2020. So that contained everything that was already mapped from 2020 and is now including everything that I'm mapping. So when we're done, it's going to be a complete thing. So I'm going to do the same thing here on the right. This is going to be the D key. So I just click in the box, hit the D key. Now it's mapped. Now I'm going to do the move forward, which is right here. And that's going to be our W key. So I'll click in the box, just hit the W key. And then finally the move backward, which is going to be our S key. So I just click in the box, hit S, and that's all mapped. So now I have my movement and walk around mode all set. One other thing I think I'm going to do here is the toggle run, and I'm not sure what I'm going to map to that. I think I'll just map the space bar for now. That's right, I just click in the box, hit the space bar, it is now mapped. So when I hold the space bar down while I'm moving around, it's actually going to make me run, which moves a little faster. So there is one other setting. I'm not sure which category it's in. Let's see, it might be here. Yes, take control of character. This is the equivalent of Shift-C in the 2024 keyboard mapping. So we definitely want to map this. This allows us to jump in and out of the cockpit. So I'm going to click on the box. I'm going to hit Shift-C. It's now mapped. So now when we go to the plane, we're going to go back. We've completed our settings here. We're going to go back. We're going to save that. And if we go into free flight, and we'll just pick an airport here. Let's go out to Santa Barbara. And we'll just start here on the ramp and fly now. This will take a few seconds. I hope everyone's been able to get into the simulator. This is day 2 after release. I know there was a lot of problems for folks getting in on day 1. Microsoft, I'm sure, is working as fast as they can to get that resolved because they want everyone playing the game. They don't want people sitting on the sidelines. And here we go, down to Santa Barbara. Do a little bit more loading as the sim stabilizes, and we are ready to fly. So this is what I'm talking about. You're outside the aircraft at this point, and if we hadn't done those keyboard bindings, there's really no great way of getting into the aircraft. But there is a way. So let me show you that while we're here. If you just open the door, and I believe this will work on any aircraft, you have to walk up to the door, open it, and once you do that, you can then click down here on your stairs or into the door. Sometimes it takes you right in, sometimes there's stairs, but if you click on the stairs, you can see it takes you into the aircraft. But then the question is, well, how do you get back out if you need to? And that's where our keyboard binding comes in. We can hit Shift-C, and it takes us right outside. So, but now you can see we've got our remove before flight safety features that are attached to the aircraft, the chocks up here at the engine. We can take those off, but you can, just by clicking, you can see that. However, you can see here, this one's a little bit too far away, so we have to move closer to it before we'll be able to take it off. And that's where the arrow movement keys that we just mapped come in. So I'm going to hit the W key to move forward. We get a little closer. You can say we can then remove that. And we can walk around the plane, do our standard walk around, pre-flight checks, etc., etc. Sorry, I'm a little bad with the keyboard. And here's our left, strafing left. And we can do a complete walk around. If we want to run, for example, it doesn't run really fast, but if I'm walking and I hit the space bar, it didn't quite work. I must have something wrong there. It worked a little earlier, but I'm sure you can figure that out after you understand the mappings and how they work. You can get it going and you can get it dialed in just like you'd like it and start flying. All right, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel going. I hope this was helpful for you, and happy flying so long.